Hello guys and gals, and welcome. So today we're going to be talking about a rune word which, when I've talked about before expensive rune words, I want you to know that this rune word we're about to talk about is probably one of the most expensive rune words in the entire game. And when I read off the runes that are required to make this rune word, you guys are going to understand what I mean when I say this is one of the most expensive rune words in the entire game. This rune word requires JahMalJahSurJahBer. You could literally make like 3 enigmas for how much this particular sword is worth. And let's go over to the website, and we're going to take a look at any of the variables on this sword before we get started on playing around with it, shall we? So first off, we have that it is capable of being made in swords, hammers, or axes. So there are 3 different weapon types that it can be made in. And this one in particular that I have on me is made in a phase blade, specifically for the fact that it doesn't have any durability. And it's very interesting because this particular rune word has some very, very nice effects. Most notably is the effect of 6% chance to cast level 11 Fade when struck. And level 11 Fade is something that we've explored before with Treachery. However, this is a lower level version. And we're going to take a look at what a level 11 Fade does versus the level 15 on Treachery. Now, level 11 Fade is a 75% decrease in the duration of curses, so not too bad difference from the 79% on Treachery. We have a 56% to all resistances, which is not bad, considering the Treachery is 60%. And the duration is 240 seconds, so a little bit shorter than the 288 on Treachery, so not bad. And I just realized you can't see anything that I'm showing you off. There we go. That's a little bit better. So level 11 right here. So 75%, 56%, and 240. With a physical damage reduction of 11%, so Fade is 1% per level. So very, very nice to have Fade on something that is not Treachery, although it is less of a Fade than Treachery, but it is definitely something that is nice to have nonetheless. And if we go back over to the rune word, we will see that we also have some other really nice effects. We've got 10% chance to cast level 18 Life Tap on striking, and Life Tap is a very interesting skill. Life Tap allows you to restore massive amounts of hit points for every time you attack a target. So for instance, at level 18, we've got a radius of 14 yards, so everything pretty much nearby is going to be hit by it with a duration of 56.8 seconds. And the amount of health that is healed is the same, so it is 50% damage dealt. So it gives you back basically 50% of your physical damage dealt to the target as healing, which is very, very nice. And next on the list, we have 20% chance to cast level 20 Charged Bolt on attack. And level 20 Charged Bolt is also very interesting because it has a huge number of bolts. So we're talking about 13 to 15 damage, but we have 22 bolts. So you're going to get a pretty huge little spike in damage. Because you're a melee character, it's going to come out directly from you, and you're going to be looking at, say, 15 damage times 22 bolts, so about 330 damage per time that this comes out. And because it is a 20% chance, you're probably going to see that all the time, so you're going to be looking at basically 330 extra lightning damage just about every single time that procs. We also have a level 17 Might Aura when equipped, which is pretty darn amazing. Level 17 Might Aura is going to give you a pretty huge bump in your physical damage. And if we go and we take a look at Might at level 17, we will see that it is a radius of 32 yards, which is huge, and a bonus damage of 200%. So really, really nice. 200% to your physical damage. So we kind of have to add that on to the damage of the Last Wish because you can't have one without the other. We also have an enhanced damage of 330 to 375%. So not a huge variance there, but still a variance. And I would assume that if you got the 330% after spending the ridiculous JahMalJahSurJahBer that this thing requires, you'd be pretty sad. It also has ITD, which is very nice. Ignores target's defense, will allow you to hit pretty much any monster that's not a boss without having to worry about attack rating. There will still be a level difference penalty applied, so if you are much lower level than the monster, there is a level difference penalty there, and that does not come into the ITD equation. But if you are the same level as the monster and you are trying to hit, there is a very good chance you will hit them with ITD because you don't have to worry about attack rating. We also have 60 to 70% crushing blow, which is just an amazing amount of crushing blow. Obviously, a 10% variance there is not really, really huge, but if you were going for that magic 100% crushing blow number, Last Wish would certainly get you most of the way. In fact, I could dare say that you really don't even need to use anything other than Last Wish, just simply because 70% is so freaking high. However, if you were to tag this along with something like Gore Riders or maybe a Gilliam's Face, you would definitely be over the 100% cap with Gilliam's Face. And it also has Prevent Monster Heal, which is very nice for keeping monsters from regenerating. It does not work on Ubers, though, so keep that in mind. Hit Blinds Target, which is actually pretty amazing for just simply keeping monsters from hitting you back. It works exceedingly well with ranged monsters. Once you blind a ranged monster, they will just not attack you unless they are within like the tiniest of radiuses. Melee monsters, however, once you enter their melee range, they will start attacking you, but they will not chase you unless they've already engaged you, which is very interesting. It also has Magic Find on it, which is very interesting. It is Magic Find based on character level of 0.5 per character level up to 49.5% at level 99. So very interesting. So let's hop back over to the game now, and let's take a look at ours. So ours is the Last Wish Phase Blade here, and you can see it's 390% damage because this is a cheated in weapon. We also have the magic 70% crushing blow, and we can take this and we can pretty much just walk around even on a necromancer, and we can just start beating things, and it's going to do a pretty massive amount of damage to just about anything. We are in hell difficulty here, so let's just play around with this, and as you can see, just massive amounts of procs. Let me take my my other procking items off because I don't want to give you guys a false impression here. But as you can see, even as a necromancer in hell difficulty, this sword is rather ridiculous. Whew. Maybe I shouldn't take off my armor. No! He is a necromancer, ladies and gentlemen, so keep that in mind. Good lord, so many little monsters over here. You got fanaticism? I don't got fanaticism, I only got might. Let's go somewhere a little bit easier, like Cold Plains, shall we? My poor little necromancer can't quite handle all that damage. But as you can see, the life tap is proccing. The little bubbly life tap above their heads, and it procs all the time. The fade has procced. You can see that I am now invisible, so we definitely have the fade has procced. We've got tons of very nice effects on this thing between the fade, the life tap, the might. I mean, it's the crushing blow. Just amazing effects on this thing that you know make it a very sought after weapon. But good luck actually making one. If you are rich enough to be able to afford this JahMalJahSurJahBer, I don't even know what to tell you. I think right now, just like one Jah rune is exceedingly rare, and coming across not one, not two, but 3 Jah runes, a Sur rune and a Ber rune, as well as a Mal rune. I mean, the Mal rune is the cheapest rune in this whole recipe. It sickens me how ridiculously hard this thing is to make. But keep in mind that, you know, it is really amazing. I mean, having Fade, Life Tap, 70% Crushing Blow, Might Aura, ITD, I mean, this is like a dream weapon that I would make. Like back in the days of single player and when I would use a hero editor to cheat myself stuff in, this is like the kind of thing I'd cheat myself in. I'd be like, what do I want? Oh, I want ITD, I want 70% crushing blow. I want 390% ED. I want might aura. You know what? Give me some magic fight on there. I want some hit blind target. I want prevent monster heal. I'm pretty sure I've cheated in something similar to this before. Oh man, such an amazing weapon. And use case scenario, I mean, who couldn't get good use out of this weapon? I mean, I can literally walk around on a necromancer and beat stuff to death with this weapon. That's how freaking broken this weapon is. You could use this on a paladin. You could use this on a frenzy barbarian. You could use this on a druid. You could use this on just about anybody for maximum effect. And I would imagine that this would actually be really good on a smiter even, because you're going to get the fade, you're going to get the ITD. I believe the might aura does increase smite. Not 100% sure on that one. 70% chance of crushing blow is going to be amazing for your smite paladin, but you're not going to have to stack crushing blow on a lot of your other items, so that's very interesting. There's no open wounds on here. But there are other ways that you can get open wounds. There are other ways, and for a very mild investment, I mean, just maybe some gore riders with 15% chance of crushing blow, deadly strike, and open wounds. I mean, you've got 15% on top of 70, so that's already 85%. And I can imagine it'd be pretty easy to get that remainder. I mean, just maybe some 10% crushing blow gauntlets crafted would get you to 95%. Or, maybe you could use Gilliam's Face up here instead of Gore Riders, and maybe you could go with something else. Gilliam's Face would certainly cap you off. Would get you over the crushing blow cap, actually, which doesn't really do you any good, but... Thoughts of a melee necromancer have entered my head now. Yes, the melee necromancer. Anyway, I hope that you guys have gotten a good look at the Last Wish Phase Blade, and maybe if you're on single player and you want to cheat yourself one in, and you get your hands on it that way, that'd be cool. But for those of us who are playing online who do not have the possibility of cheating, good luck actually getting your hands on one of these. You know what? If you happen to actually have one of these Last Wish Phase Blades, screw you. you dirty, rich Donald Duck grandpa person swimming around in gold coins like on DuckTales. DuckTales, woo! Life is like a hurricane, DuckTales, woo! Pretty much. Anyway, as always, I do hope you enjoy these episodes, and thank you for watching, and keep watching.